Hello, I'm Mr. the Cat. That's not my real name. I'm a sociology teacher, and as such, I'm probably not an ology. It's not a real science thing, really, is it? No, not like, economics. Yeah. And this is the third in a series of videos where I'm going to be putting forward some ideas about what we might do after the virus. Yeah. Now, a few weeks ago, it seems ages, doesn't it? 2 weeks ago, what was going on then? Actually, the same as now, but it just seems like forever. Anyway, about 2 weeks ago, there was a front page of the Daily Express. And I try to avoid the Daily Express if I can because it makes me feel unwell, usually reading it. But anyway, leaving that aside, front page of the Daily Express absolutely floored me because it was one of those kind of brave NHS heroes type thing going on, and it was about the number of workers that had died because I think it had actually passed the 100 milestone, and they put the photographs of a large number of these NHS workers who died on the front page. And the thing that really surprised me was that an awful lot of them weren't particularly Caucasian. And this was the Daily Express that was doing this, yeah? Now, we know statistically it may be societal reason, it could be a genetic component, we're not entirely sure, but it appears that NHS workers, a lot of whom are BAME individuals, seem to be greater risk of contracting and indeed having severe problems with COVID-19. But the thing about the Daily Express running this story was that, it used to be owned by Richard Desmond. He was the ex-pornographer. Yeah, not a lot of people know that, but anyway, who used to own the paper, and he credited himself with being responsible for Brexit, effectively on the basis that he persuaded people that if we could leave the European Union, then all of those people who were BAME individuals coming from the European Union wouldn't come here. Or I always got a bit confused by that argument. Nigel Farage standing in front of a poster of Syrian refugees saying we must leave the EU. Anyway, he credited himself with this, and they ran these stories for years, basically on the idea that, these bloody foreigners are coming over here with their toothache and their pregnancies and using our NHS, yeah. Kids. And, the reason why the NHS was underfunded, wasn't underfunded, was it? No, it was just all of these bloody people coming here taking our stuff. One can only assume that Daily Express reporters were going into things like A&E and seeing all these brown faces around them and getting very angry, and presumably after their treatment by some people there, let's not get into detail, going back and reporting all these bad things that were going on. And one can only assume that Daily Express reporters were miserably failing to notice that these people that they were seeing were kind of in uniform, like, I don't know, maybe nurses or doctor or porter or something like that. I mean, I don't know, were they assuming that it was some sort of mass fancy dress party every time they went in? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, one of the things I'd really like to happen after the virus, because the Daily Express is now owned by the Mirror Group, is that they might actually do some sort of visual recognition training, on this is a fire officer or this is what a police officer looks like for their journalist. It might just be nice, rather than pandering to their almost exclusively white over 70 and dying off audience. Yeah, it's just an idea.